And I've been wasting my time fucking with you. Burden on my mind ain't turned me to a fool. 2 long years trying to make it work. Everything I do, you throw me in the dirt. Know what happened, what went wrong. Now I'm riding this goddamn song. Got some peace of mind and better on my own. 'Cause I don't miss you and I don't care. Excuse yourself and stay over there. Said I loved you by the way I lied. Hate myself for letting you into my life. Finally move on. Now that you're gone, sit there and watch my dreams come true. So much better now without you. As time goes by, I'm thinking about my life. So much better without you by my side. No more late night calls, stupid drunk fights. Don't have to sit there and listen to you like. When you hear this song, remember fuck you too. I'm moving on to something new. I don't miss you and I don't care. Excuse yourself, stay over there. Said I loved you by the way I lied. Hate myself for letting you into my life. Finally move on. Now that you're gone. Cause I don't miss you and I don't care. Excuse yourself, stay over there. Said I loved you by the way I lied. Hate myself for letting you in my life. Cause I don't miss you and I don't care. Excuse yourself, stay over there. Said I loved you by the way I lied. Hate myself for letting you into my life. Finally move on. Now that you're gone. Empty bottle of Jackson on my lap along with this city. Bought a pack of cigarettes, sour grip, but I can't take them back, it's too late. Keeping secrets and holding on to what I lost a long time ago. So tonight I'll give it another try. I just need another line of love. Think I'm losing my mind in my head, but I can't get 'em back, it's too late. Slept the days I've been in my bed, she's long gone anyway. Think I'll get in my car and just drive all night until they call me to run away. And I'll take that car on down the road, turn on that radio. young boy on a creek bank, about the age of 14, with the daddy in the pen, and the mama was just as mean. He says, I'm gonna get out of here if it's the last thing that I do. After mama whipped his ass, left his body in black and blue. He cries, Lord, won't you take me out of this place. And I don't want to fall too far now from your grace. I can't take anymore, I can't handle the pain. Take me anywhere and get me out of this place. Say the boy's finally 18, he trades in that old creek bank for a pair of army greens. They get up in his face, they shove him down in the mud until they send him overseas to some awful nasty stuff. And bad situations can only turn into worse. Looks up to the heavens, cries out them same words. He cries, Lord, won't you take me out of this place. And I don't want to fall too far now from your grace. I can't take anymore, I can't handle the pain. Take me anywhere and get me out of this place. 65 years down the road, that boy's now an old man. Kneels down on the creek bank and he cries them words again. He cries, Lord, won't you take me out of this place. And I done fell too far, I done fell from your grace. I couldn't take anymore, I couldn't handle the pain. Take me anywhere and get me out of this place. He cries, Lord, won't you take me out of this place. And I done fell too far, I done fell from your grace. I couldn't take anymore, I couldn't handle the pain. Take me anywhere and get me out of this place. He cries, Lord, won't you take me? Won't you take me? Won't you take me? It's a little different when the radio plays that song. Like you know something in my heart is going wrong. I'm always in the backseat, but you turn it up for me. 'Cause it hits a little different when the radio plays that song. It don't matter what station or playlist, I can still hear them words rolling off her lips. Like the Conway twist It's a little bit different when the radio plays that song. And I can't count the times that I've tried to turn that radio off, move on with my life. But it's like she's in the passenger seat, leaning up on me, 'cause she knew how it hit me when the radio plays that song. She could see me now, I'm writing down this song. I'm wishing she could sing along like she used to, 'cause I'm a little tired, I'm a little scared, and knowing she's not there. I'm humming all the songs like she used to. It's a little bit different when the radio plays that song. It's a little bit different when the radio plays that song. Oh, baby, it's a little bit different when the radio plays our song. It's a little bit different when the radio plays that song. Like I know something in my heart is going wrong. I'm always in the backseat. Would you turn it up for me? 'Cause it hits a little different when the radio plays our song. Fuck, I keep messing this up. There it is. I miss the way your hand fit mine, the way she drank her coffee right around midnight, the way your eyes used to look at me. Hey, now that I'm just her memory, just her memory. We used to sit here all day long, so happy to be together, singing our songs. She's out there living her life, and I'm still stuck here, right here in mine, here in mine. This is a ballad of a broken man. Wanted drink so much he couldn't even stand. Wanted lost everything. Now he just sits there, wishing it was a dream, just a dream. Just a dream. Wish he could turn back time, And I drink so much whiskey, a little more wine, taking every moment for what it is, and not have to write any more of this. The ballad of a broken man. The ballad of a broken man. The ballad of a broken man. I'm a broken man. Took a drive last night, just contemplate my life. Rip the mirror out, so the past won't track me down. Little drunk, so I check my speed, trying to outrun a memory. Waste comes back to me. I take my hands off the wheel, I'm driving fast enough to kill. My time is running out, about to give this town more to talk about. Now that she ain't with me, one more beer and whiskey, one more whiskey. Maybe I should slow down and put my feet back on the ground. Maybe it's one more drink. Who gives a damn if my heart breaks? Take my hands off the wheel, driving fast enough to kill. My time is running out, about to give this town more to talk about. Now that she ain't with me, one more beer and whiskey, one more whiskey. I take my hands off the wheel, I'm driving fast enough to kill. My time is running out, about to give this town more to talk about. Now that she ain't with me, one more beer and whiskey, one more whiskey, one more whiskey, one more whiskey. One more whiskey.
Shores
of you. His mother finds him rude, a vapid hidden slave, buried in a famous grave.
Cool. This next one is called The Daily Conversation.
The door was open, so I guess I'll come in. Staying in conversation of spirit, soul, and sea. I know you're in there. Saw what happened on the news. I know you'll be happy. They brought up all those pews, so tell me now. Do you believe me? With the tombs in the ground of Bugs Bunny and Rossini. Maybe you walked out to get a point of view. Maybe you'll be happy to know they might not be watching you. Staying in conversation speaks like a hanging chant. You want to be efficient, you said. I just want to avoid the fair. Maybe you skip town and no one's behind the door. All I've got to say to you, what are you leaving for? Leaving for. Tear-stained dress on the couch, on the table. Makeup's running, lost the fable. Smashed the mirror, he was so deep, but he wasn't able. Lost her hand on the sand, cut the cable.
your clothes, you don't need those. I'm not able. Convince your friends you don't need them. Cut the cable. She wasn't enough for him. Wasn't enough for him. He needed more. She wasn't enough for me. Wasn't enough for me. She wasn't enough for me, wasn't enough for me. I needed more. She wasn't enough for me, wasn't enough for me. I needed more. I needed more. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. This is our last song. It's called Young Man. Laid in death in life. Will we ever escape? Can we insulate ourselves? Laid in death in life. Will we ever escape? Can we insulate ourselves?
Thank you.
The internet kind of knows me as Big Ed from SOS Talent and Bourbon Time. I come out here to help Moody out with his video here. So give us a little bit introduction, who you are. And
I'm Dan.
And I'm Jen.
And we're missing 3 of our members.
So we are part of a group called The Empty Room. And we've been playing together probably about 10 years. And that is,
Gotta hold it up there.
we've been playing together for about 10 years because we're married.
Yep.
So, but yeah, we...
I want to shout out to them because they might be upset that they're not in the
Jason
video.
Clark is our bassist.
Chris Miller is our drummer. And Kyle McCammon is our utility man. So if you're in a band, the utility man is the guy that plays everything. So you need a cowbell, he does everything.
So how did you two meet? You've been together for 10 years?
Yep. So I met the bass player first. We all met at college. And so the bass player, I met him. He was not part of my dorm, but a guy in my dorm met him. He's like, you guys are like both Weezer. You guys should play in a band together. And I was like, okay. And so I was looking for a bass player. And so I found him. And we literally learned how to play our instruments together, which I would say is the best way. I'm a music teacher. And so it's like the best way to learn is to find somebody else at the same level and just write stuff together. And so I wish he had been here because he's got all these crazy, Michael knows him, he's got all these crazy bass licks and he's super, even on the acoustic stuff, he'll just go nuts and it's very satisfying. But he's a Kroger, so shout out to Jason. He's working his shift, making sure, nothing bad happens over there, so.
Oddly enough, I just came here from Kroger.
Yeah. He might even work at your Kroger, so. Your local Kroger.
It wouldn't surprise me that we've had a lot of musicians work at my Kroger.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, no shame, yeah.
Everybody has to have a day job. So,
yes.
Whose idea was it to get together? Was it his?
It was kind of a combination. We met in the dining hall, and so we just started talking. We said, it's the classic, you're kind of sizing each other up, and, it's like, well, what band do you like? And I like this kind of music. So you go from genres to band names to musician names, and you get deep into it. And we were both obsessed with the band Muse, which is like an English rock band, and he could play the bass lick to Hysteria, which is like this crazy, it's like the Freebird of bass licks. And so he comes over to my dorm and he plays it. And I'm like, this guy's awesome. I got to get this guy. And so I'm like, there's a story about John Lennon and Paul McCartney that was like that, where Lennon saw McCartney play and he's like, either I'm going to hate that guy and compete with him the rest of my life, or I'm going to join him. That's where the Beatles come from, is that joining. But I love it. So I always think of it that way, as I'm just like, either I could compete with that guy and try to competing bands, or we could be the same band. So it was I think it might have been my concept, and a lot of the early songs were mine, but then he started writing stuff.
Dan, you're always the one who's like pushing, let's do this, and which I think is more of your, you have that manic, let's do this, we got to do this things. And whereas especially Jason, he's very chill. I'm kind of chill, and
Chris smokes a lot of pot, and so he's extraordinarily chill.
Yeah.
Is Chris the bass player?
Chris is the drummer. Jason is the bass player.
It's usually the bass player that has the pot.
Yeah.
Chris always says that he does all the drugs for everyone in the band. He just takes care of all of it himself. When we go to Mag Bar and we play, he gets all the drink tickets because we don't drink, because I take a lot of medicine and Big Jason takes medicine, so we don't drink. And
so
he
just
takes
the hit for you.
He always says it that way. He's just like, I'll take the rums and the cokes and I'll go ahead. And there's a story where he did that before a show and he halved one of the tempos in the songs. I was like, Chris, you gotta.
Whenever I go, I keep my drink tickets.
Yes, she does. So she does. Yeah.
But yeah, Chris.
But we have a 7-year-old, so she gets to about half the shows. So it's we're kind of the way I write music and the way Jason writes music is that we. I'm talking to you. What am I doing? I got to talk to the camera. So I try to write music because I write everything on the guitar or the piano. I wasn't going to bring a keyboard and make him mic that. So, but I write it so we can play in a lot of different contexts. So you go into a venue and you might be able to have a cajon and an acoustic bass and an acoustic guitar, or this one where we just had ukulele and guitar, and then we can do a whole big band at a festival and keyboards and yeah. So we try to write a lot of different kinds of things that fit into lots of contexts. So, yeah.
I heard there might be a ukulele. That's why I wore the shirt.
That's awesome.
I love it.
I wish she's got another song in the works that's on the ukulele. So I wish we'd had 2 for you. But.
Right now, the first song we did, "Wild and Happy," that's the first song that was from me. So where the lyrics and everything started from me. usually it's either Dan or Jason. It's one of them start with the lyrics, and then we all come in.
And Chris is even writing music
and Chris
too.
is writing. Chris,
so
we all write music.
We're trying to do the Beatles thing again, where it's just like everybody's writing things. So she's George Harrison, I'm Lennon, and
George,
Jason's McCartney. And
I love that. Yeah, I think it's a true story. I pretend it is that we're George Harrison in the 70s. He had like ukuleles in his trunk, and
he would
just
drive around. He's like, "These are going to change the world," and give it to everybody.
This is a story. I hope it's true. I believe in my heart it's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wrote Wild and Happy over probably like 2 years on my ukulele, and then I've got a couple more that are just kind of coming out. So that is kind of like a project that we're working on right now.
Yeah, a project within a project.
For the longest time, I play piano, but I'm not the best pianist in the band, so I don't play piano on stage very often, especially when Kyle's there, because Kyle's better than all of us on piano.
Yeah, he can do everything.
But my hands were always so small, and I just could never do well with the guitar, and so I was like frustrated. But I love ukulele. I like picked it up and I could do it, and then I just wrote music on it, and so. But now I'm gonna try and maybe I'll branch out. Ukulele.
I'm trying to teach her guitar, but we shall see.
It's a little easier after you play ukulele for about 4 years. You're a little less like, well, maybe I can make that happen, or I can make it work for me.
Yeah.
So, what's the story behind the name Empty Room?
There are different stories from different people, which is great, because some of them are cover stories and some of them are the real story. But when we came to Louisville back in 2013, Big Jason, we call him Big Jason because Little Jason is our son. I named Little Jason after Big Jason, so it's confusing. It's a lot of Jasons. But when we moved here, he didn't live here, and so it was just me and her, and depressed, can't write music. I need my bass player, he's my comfort. I got to have a bass player that can do these things. And so he finally moved here to go to master's school, and we called ourselves Generic Music Group because we felt like we needed to be tongue-in-cheek and make fun of all the generic music that was out there. So we go to Four Pegs, and we're playing at an open mic, and the guy goes, Generic Music Group, what a stupid name. I'm not even going to say your name. I was like, okay. And so we decided we needed to fix this.
We need a new name.
It's that classic, like, from Spider-Man. It was like, the human spider. Like, no, Spider-Man. Like, it was that kind of vibe at the open mic. But he didn't give us a name. It would have been way cooler if he had named us. But I can't remember that guy's name. He's signed now. But anyway, it's the guy that hosted the open mic. But so we went into name mode and started thinking of all these things. And so I think Big Jason's story is that it was a random name generator. We just went and found like a band name generator and just went through until we found something that we felt like fit us.
And I thought it was...
You thought I thought of it or something?
We were like, oh.
We were spitballing names.
We're like, I just want to go in an empty room and just.
And the cool thing about this room
of this
is that we've had friends tell us you need to play in a warehouse space with your acoustic guitars and everybody kumbaya on the floor and everything like the way we just did it.
That's your music style.
That's your music. It's the empty room warehouse sound.
It's
cool to be able to do that. I wasn't anticipating that. Yeah. No crowd, just us.
I like the image of an empty room because I think what an empty room is a world of possibilities. And everybody can come into an empty room, and there's room for everybody.
Yeah, there's room at the table for everybody, and not just that, but our music tends in a prog direction. Even the acoustics of it, like it tends prog, and I love reverb and I love delay, and so it's just like those just. They're begging for Colin Lemieux's sad room analogy, which, shout out to Colin. Yeah, I hope he's watching this.
Last question. I had one in my mind here. What was I going to ask? You yell out last question, and I'm stumped. I know what I was going to ask. I was able to listen to one song before... I was able to...
Oh, you listened to a recording? Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to listen to one of your Spotify songs. And this is what I commented to Michael, was I started listening to it, and I definitely heard some Motown influence.
Motown? Which one was
because of all of our harmonies, right?
Yes.
Which one did you listen to?
I'm trying to remember. The intro was a little Motown-like, but then it seemed like it kicked into a little Pink Floyd.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Pink...
Is that Mars Hill? Was there a female vocalist?
There could have been.
Was it boo doo 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 doo? Was that kind of feel, or I don't know? I'm singing guitar licks now. It's
I think,
not going to work out.
I looked up Empty Room, and it was the first song that came up.
Well, there's
Hopefully it
another
was
band in
us.
Spain called the Empty Room, so it could have been
maybe I listened to the wrong
them.
Empty Room.
Because I've literally never heard the Motown reference. I was like, oh, Motown. That's awesome. Because I've been trying to go that direction anyway. I was like, neo soul Motown. I love that stuff. So,
Well, how would you say you were influenced then?
well, we get a lot of Radiohead, tons of Radiohead. When we played on WCHQ, immediately, the really sweet guy that.
I don't know, but like
One of the hosts was just like, you sound like Tom York. You sound like Radiohead. I love Radiohead.
And I
I want to
think-
listen to your music. Gavin Castor. It was Gavin Castor. Yeah, Gavin was like, I love Radiohead. So Gavin's been a huge proponent of our music ever since then. But no, there's a lot. We talked about the Beatles several times.
a
in this
lot of
conversation, so.
vocal because everyone in the band sings.
Aside from Chris, we're teaching him how to sing right now.
And
so we're working on that
and
vocal.
even Chris, he is a singer at heart in that he writes lyrics and he hears melody. Melody is
Yeah.
very much, even, though he's a drummer, melody drives
Yeah.
him. So very influenced by that ensemble sound.
So when you think ensemble, you think like a lot of people think 60s, because there's a lot of harmony in the 60s. But then when I play lead guitar, I love the Pixies, which is a very Radiohead kind of thing. And so, I have a very Radiohead tone in the guitar. And then Big Jason is Jamaican. And so we actually have a tune that's a reggae tune that we're tracking it pretty soon. And so he's very active on the bass. And so it's very much a team effort when we write a song. Like we recorded that first song, we actually recorded it ourselves with our own mics. It was the first try we had at that. I was going for a Beach Boys kind of thing. It was great. But everyone came up with their own part. It wasn't like there was one genius who was like, you do this, you do this, you do this. It was very much like everybody was having a seat at the table in the empty room, so to speak, to write the music. So that's kind of Big Jason always says he wants to always try something new when he writes a song. So we're kind of all over the place, which is why we struggle to find a venue to fit into, which is a problem.
Is that it for us, Michael?
That's a great way to end it.
You.
Anybody watching this, look up the Empty Room. Make sure you find the right Empty
The
Room.
Louisville one, yeah.
Louisville,
Louisville Empty
Kentucky.
Room. Don't look for the Pink Floyd Motown mix-up.
That's really funny.
Look for the correct Empty Room. Give them a follow on all their social media platforms. And go to their next show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looking for a lover, don't know what to do. shell. 'Cause you think that you're gonna help. Just kiss me one last time. Make me feel it sublime. Tear me apart. Rip out my heart. Came out of nowhere. Did you even care?
See
I saw those stale cigarettes with a lipstick stain in a briefcase next to him. That briefcase held a story and held a life divinely intertwined with my life. She jumped off a bridge the other day. She took the plunge. I wish I lunged after her, but I was too weak. That happened last week, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. My life should be spared, understanding her last breath. Thinking she was my life, thinking she was my life. Life should be spent contemplating her last breath. Thinking she was my life, thinking she was my life. Oh, 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 when I saw those police barricades with a man in a vest telling her she's not to blame. His title held to me, yet her life divine intertwined with my life. She passed through the bridge the other day, 15 years young. We were in love, I never felt weak. And she kissed my cheek, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. My life should be spent understanding her death. Thinking she was my life, thinking she was my life. Life should be spent contemplating her last breath. Thinking she was my life, thinking she was my life. Oh, oh, oh. So when I see those stale cigarettes with a lipstick stain in a briefcase next to them, come and save me, get me off the ground. Come and save me, help me when I'm down. As you learn, you're the last thing I've found. As you know, they do all by your gown.
No Dead Dogs. I think the first question I want to ask is, why haven't I heard of you all before?
I mean, this is our third show, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty new to the game.
Yeah.
How long have y'all been together?
Well, I started out a band with basically an entirely different lineup, and then it kind of morphed into this lineup that we have now. But that was about a year ago. But when did we get this lineup? Like April?
This lineup was about March or April of last year.
Yeah, this has been about a year.
Now, I have to thank Moody because Moody knows that this was right in my wheelhouse. There's like a dozen bands I want to introduce you all to. In case you didn't know, I'm Big Ed from SOS Talent and the Bourbon Time podcast.
Okay.
I could think of a bunch of people these guys could do shows with. How old are you all?
I'm 17.
I'm 18.
And I'm 15.
So they would have to be early on the bill for a couple more years.
Yeah.
So this is your third show. Where else have you played at?
Well, we did a basement show in our basement, my basement at least. And then we did a show at the Barrel Room down in Shelbyville. Shelbyville, right? Okay.
How far are you all willing to travel?
Kind of depends.
'Cause I know the Evansville boys would want these guys out there.
I mean, as long as it can be covered in like 4 hours or less, do you think that's a good drive? Like the longest possible drive for us right now? 4 hours?
Yeah, I'd say 4 hours.
4 hours.
With enough time in advance.
Yeah.
So it sounded like you had a wide range of influences.
Yeah.
What kind of influences fueled this fire that you've got going?
Well, we started out with, I was a huge Misfits fan, still am, but that's all I listened to. And then, like the Strokes, I got really into them. So it's kind of like the mix of Foo Fighters, the Misfits, the Strokes,
Modern baseball.
and modern baseball.
Modern baseball.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that one.
We all have very different music tastes, so it kind of blends into that.
He's the metalhead. Yeah.
I'm a metal and punk guy.
You just kind of like dad rock.
I might be the dad guy.
Dad rock.
So are you familiar with any of the local bands that?
We're very.
We haven't played with any, but we know
Yeah,
some.
we know some. We've contacted a few. Like Scrooge is one. Shark
Scrooge
Sandwich.
Mandela?
Yeah.
Are they one of them that you would like to do a show with?
Yeah,
or?
they seem like
Anybody,
pretty cool people.
Anybody else out there that you would like to do a show with?
Shark Sandwich. They seem cool. And who
those are
else?
pretty nice.
Maybe Anemic Royalty eventually. They seem, or shit. I'm blanking.
Well, honestly, we haven't really thought of
Yeah.
any bucket list. We just want to play with everyone. pretty much.
Anyone, we'll play any show.
Well, take a second to introduce yourselves. I don't
Okay.
know your names yet.
Oh, shit. I'm Dylan. I write basically everything. I do the guitar and vocals. That's me.
I'm Brendan. I play drums. Come up with those parts. I just do my thing for the most part.
And I'm Drew. I play bass, the bassist.
Now, I see you have a lot of instruments with you. Do you have each one of them tuned to different keys, or?
Well, actually, no. They're basically all in standard. That's where I put a capo on. One song we have a song in drop D. Pretty much it's all standard, though.
Which one's your favorite one of the guitars?
Definitely the Les Paul.
The Les Paul?
Yeah.
What about you? I seen you had two basses back there.
Yeah, I'm a Beatles boy, so I like the Liverpool.
And viola bass.
Viola bass.
Viola bass.
Nice. What's your inspiration behind some of the songs you've written?
Well, most of these songs I wrote around 8th grade. So,
Really?
yeah, a lot of them. So I didn't really have any life experience to base it off of, so I just made up things.
Teenage angst.
Teenage angst, just generally teenage angst. The occasional non-serious girlfriend, something I hear on a news story maybe. That's about it.
Is there one that has a little bit more meaning to you than the other?
Probably Lungs or Shot Collar, which is the 5th and the 7th one that we did.
Are you still writing new music now?
Yeah, I never don't write.
You never don't write.
Yeah.
Where can anybody watching this? Where can they find you on social media?
Well, on social media we have No Dead Dogs Band, just all one word on Instagram, and then it should be TikTok. It's the same name, and same for Twitter, right?
I don't remember exactly what the Twitter is. I think it's at No Dead Dogs.
That's it.
I think it's 1 because I messed that up a little bit. It's all good.
At No Dead Dogs 1.
Yeah.
And our SoundCloud is, I think you just look up No Dead Dogs.
Same
no
thing.
dash dead dash.
We got a demo on SoundCloud. We're working on getting the full album put on Spotify and other streaming services. So that'll come out.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Because I was up there looking for you on Spotify and Facebook and couldn't find you.
We're working on it.
Spotify, because when you look it up, it doesn't always show up. It's pretty weird.
Yeah, we just have an account because we haven't published anything on there yet. So.
I'm looking forward to that. Do you have somebody that you're got to record you? Or?
And Guthier?
I just say Gutierre.
Guthier at La La Land.
Okay, that's why I've heard of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's great.
What about venues? Are there any venues you're looking forward to playing?
I mean, Spinelli's if it opens back up.
For sure, Spinelli's.
Spinelli's would be great.
I don't know if have you heard anything about Spinelli's opening back up?
I know they're doing delivery, so they're not completely under.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything about that, and it'd be nice if they did.
Yeah.
I love the Spinelli's hardcore scene, so that'd be like a dream place to play right now.
Yeah.
That was 3 or 4 years ago. It was popping down there.
Knocked Loose played there.
Yeah. That's where all the big, semi-big Kentucky hardcore bands came from. So
yeah,
it's got a special place in my heart.
So you mentioned Scrooge Mandela. Have you met him?
No, we just kind of saw him on suggested friends on Instagram, and then we text him occasionally, and then they got us
Here.
This place.
They're kind of the plug for shows right now.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
I have a few members in my friends list. One more question. Let's see here. In 5 years, where do you hope to be at?
5 years, what would that be?
That's a question for you.
Would that be a junior in college?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess senior college, 5 years. Okay.
That's true.
So senior in college, I'm planning to go to Belmont University down in Nashville and major in songwriting, I think, and need a minor either business or production. And I want to, if I don't have a band that gets big enough to live off of it, I want to get a gig at a record label and be a songwriter there.
It sounds like you all are on the right track, especially at such a young age.
Thanks.
It means a lot.
And what about you?
So if this doesn't pop off, I'm going to go to mortuary college and be a funeral director.
Well, that was dark.
Yeah, it makes some people uncomfortable when I talk about it, but it's just what I want to be.
People are dying to get in.
People are dying to get in. But yeah, if this goes somewhere, I'll put that off for a little bit. Just kind of see what happens.
What about you?
I haven't put much thought into it. I'm only a freshman, so I got some time to think.
Is that something about like medical school?
I
maybe?
want to go into the medical field. I know that, but not sure exactly where yet.
Well, I'm excited to see where these guys go in the next couple of years.
You're telling me.